Lick number 2 is called We're Rolling. Now this one is in the key of G. G is related to E minor. They're actually called relative major and minor. They have the same notes. We're going to use a lot of the same notes, but we're not going to be in the same position. We're going to be in the 7th position. So let me play it for you. Watch how we do it. Then I'll break it down. Here we go. We're Rolling has a key technique in there. We did a couple, I did a couple that we've already talked about, but let's focus in on the new one. We're Rolling's called this because we're doing something called a rolling technique. So after I play the first hammer on, so I play 1 pick stroke, 2 notes. I take my first finger that's still fretting that first note, even though I did a hammer on, and it folds over or rolls over to fret that next note. So what I'm not doing is picking up my finger off of that string and hopping over. And I'm also not doing this. I'm not rolling my first finger over so that you hear both notes, or, you know, from the hammer-on note plus the higher note. I don't want that. Not that that's a bad thing. I just don't want that right now. And I want to be able to do one or the other. And in this case, I want this. I want to be able to have that flow without having any of that harmony creep in. So to do that, it's the rolling technique. It's that first finger that frets that first note, does the hammer on, and then just rolls over. Now, you saw that there's a double hammer on in there. Downstrokes for each one. I generally try to play the beginning of legato exercise, legato moves with hammer-ons, with downstrokes, because they have a harder pick attack. And it just makes the overall legato technique come out and sound smoother and stronger. Now the last note that I played, remember this is a G major track. The last note that I played is G. The root. It's always a good thing to end your ideas on the root. Now it's not the end of the lick, because this is another call and response. It's the end of the first half, the call. From there, the response is very similar. I basically played the same thing, but I just ended on a different note. That note is this. That's a D. In this particular key, that's the 5th. That's the second best note that you can end or begin your licks on, or focus on. So I'll keep throwing these theoretical things out at you during the course, but that's not the focus. The focus is the techniques and the playing and just playing. Get these things under your fingers, have fun, play with them, start to mess around with them. Your priority is to play clearly, play in time, and just play your guitar. There's plenty of time for the head stuff, but I'm still going to throw it out there for you so you can start chewing on it. So remember, these tracks are going to go in pairs. These licks are going to go in pairs. We just played E minor and G. They're purposely relative, relative major minor. Now in the next pair, we're going to go from A minor to C, starting with lick number 3. So let's get over to it.